There we go. Every episode we start off with something laughing. What somebody laughing? What?
The
I
youngest.
don't know what be funny.
I think it's always me that's always starting off laughing.
I don't know what be funny. What's good, everybody? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We are back at it again. We are back at it again. Young and Ignant podcast episode 14.
Oh, we back with another.
Oh my what?
14.
That's my favorite number.
I'm glad. Why?
For one, it's a lucky number. It's the day I was born.
That's
1114 is an angel number.
It is.
I thought angel numbers were like 3 of the same number.
Yeah, I thought it was like the same. Yeah.
No, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 1, 2, 3. You got 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Remember, you got 11, 11. You got 12, 12. Kind of.
I already got too many numbers to remember.
Way too many. Like, I mean, obviously, if we go down the whole numeric chart all the way up to gazillion, I'm not gonna. Nah. Like, I understand like spirituality and stuff like that, but I'm not that deep into it. So
right, all I knew about was 11, 11.
I'm not even going to like
2,
waste my time.
I was told that 666 ain't as bad as everybody thought it was.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm confused.
The way that, you know, it was always portrayed, and I never wanted to deal with those 3 numbers. And then on top of that, I know a lot of people are into astrology with the zodiac signs and stuff like that, and I don't even follow that, to be honest. And then the little chart and your moon, your sun, your ascending, and all that other stuff. I don't follow none of that. All I know is that I am trying to be the best me as possible. Mm-hmm. Everybody's trying to be the best them. Everybody's flawed. So
for sure, ain't nobody perfect.
I don't care.
That's one.
Yeah, so I don't really care about the signs for real. I mean, everybody's good and bad at the same time.
Right. I just go by vibes and keep it going, keep it pushing.
Yeah. So let's start off with something Let's start off with something a little slight. We're in December, which means Christmas is upon us. So I would like to know from y'all, what would y'all say y'all favorite Christmas song would be? Like, what would get y'all in that Christmas spirit? Like, we're adults now, so the Christmas spirit is kind of different from when we were kids. But if we wanted to like feel that good spirit again, like, what would be y'all go-to song music-wise?
In my mind. That's all you need. That's all you need.
Okay. Okay.
This Christmas, the fireside is blazing bright. Oh,
I got a lot of them.
I got a lot of them too, actually.
Yeah.
Like, I got a whole album's worth. But
yeah,
if I had to choose,
Christmas, you got Let It Snow,
Let It Snow.
Mm-hmm.
Mariah Carey, she always up there.
She gotta be.
She's like the head of Christmas.
Gotta be.
Yeah. She's like the Christmas angel.
Bank off of Christmas every year.
I don't wanna
For me, there's this song called "This Gift" by 98 Degrees. That's one of my favorites.
It's a group. I can't never say their name, like Pentatonics or something like that.
Pentatonics?
Yeah, they got a Christmas song that I like. Yeah, they got a good one too.
I like TLC Sleigh Ride.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
And then
I like the original. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Yep, you gotta go with that one.
Cause come on now, every single Christmas movie got that song in it.
Exactly.
The original one.
And then when you go to the department store, more than likely that song gonna hit 1 or 2 times before you leave out that month.
And then,
which is crazy because they don't play that in my store.
The Jackson 5, I Saw Mama Kissing Santa Claus.
That's the one.
That one, that hit.
That she got up.
That hits.
I had to
that
get my
hits.
on that one. Man.
That.
I said, what your mama doing kissing Santa Claus?
The first 4 songs, not even the first 4, but Home for Christmas, the Christmas album by NSYNC, they got hella hits on that joint. And I like listening to that album.
With a song. It was good.
What?
Jordan Sparks.
Okay.
Yeah, she got a Christmas song I like.
Now, there's a lot of Christmas songs on different movies. What would y'all go-to Christmas movie be?
8 Crazy Nights. Adam Sandler.
Polar Express.
Yes, sir. I was going to say that.
Oh, definitely Polar Express. I cannot wait to go to the Polar Express train.
I need to go. I want to go to one. I don't know if they have one out here yet, and it's crazy.
It's like that would be like completing my childhood. Like I went to Disney, and just Disney was just really, really fulfilling for me. Like it was like fuck them kids. Like baby, I am on a roll. Like I'm having a ball. Like yes, it's coming out my pockets, but like I think I was more intrigued with Disney World because all your life as a kid, you want to go to Disney World. Mm-hmm. Those commercials entice the fuck out of you.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's probably not a popular opinion, but I used to like that movie about the Scrooge.
A Christmas Carol. A Christmas Carol.
Yeah, Christmas Carol.
No, that was dope.
I wonder what happens to the bad people on Christmas time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of like that movie. That was pretty.
I like that movie, so we straighten the fuck up. That's what
I like that movie plus the different renditions of it. Like I've seen the original one, which was cool. I saw obviously the Disney one with Jim Carrey. That was like one of the biggest movies in 2009. And then there was another one from back in the day, like the different animations of it. Like I know Disney did one. Not Disney. Disney did the one with Jim Carrey, but they also did like a Mickey Mouse version of it.
Yeah, the Mickey Mouse version. I remember that one.
Yeah, I remember that one. Where Donald's uncle, I forgot his name. He played this. He was Scrooge.
The Jack Frost joint with the little boy dad died. He came back as a snowman.
I saw that one. I saw that one.
I like
and
that.
It's not just, it's a scary one too.
It is a scary one. At first, when I saw the commercial, it looked like a comedy because I laughed at it at first. But then when he started like looking like this and started talking crazy, I was like, oh snap.
When they had to melt his ass.
That was wild. That was wild.
That wouldn't have me scared because the Jack Frost, they had a couple of movies. I watched all of them songs.
But also, I know I'm going all over because there's a lot of them. I just keep thinking of more. I love them Santa Claus movies.
With Tim Allen?
With Tim Allen?
Yeah.
Classic, bro. Classic, bro.
They hit every time.
Now, let's say this right here because this is going to get everybody happy, adult and maybe the kids. The Grinch is goated, man.
Look, I've been watching the one where Tyler Creator does all the music and shit. That's like one of my favorite ones. Now, come on now. I love Jim Carrey. He has made all of our childhoods great. You are the first. You're the originator. But that one right there, like
the fact that they get
you talking about the
come back for the Grinch is crazy.
Yeah, he's doing another one. I don't know what you can. We've seen different Grinch, renditions. We've seen the OG cartoon.
You think it's gonna be a prequel?
We've seen the movie, and then we've seen the recent one that came out in 2018.
I haven't seen that one.
That was an animated one. They didn't do another one with that one, and now they're going to come out with another Grinch following the one from 2000 that was played by Jim Carrey.
But they also probably knew.
I don't know what you're going to do though, because we've only heard.
Bro, it got to be a prequel because nobody wants to see a Grinch where how at the end he was like cool with everybody and all that.
Exactly. Like, what can you do? How can you add on to that story when that's been the same story for centuries?
Right.
Not even centuries, but decades. You know what
I mean?
You know how Christmas has been changing over time?
Sort of. Everybody likes to do their own thing.
Like the holiday spirit, how everybody used to always come together.
Mm-hmm.
What if in the Grinch they not doing it? What if they try to make it to where the Grinch bring everybody together? Or they forgot about him after they let him be a part of Christmas. They had a few years where they just was like,
I mean, I can understand it, but knowing the Grinch's style and how he is, it just probably wouldn't fit because we need to see a mean Grinch. You know what I mean? Even though he finally found happiness at one point, that's just not the Grinch. You know what I'm saying? We need to see Grinch.
Right. So that's what I said. They probably, the holiday spirit be going down sometimes. So, they probably forgot about his ass. So he kind of attitude, thinking that he shouldn't be a part of it.
Yeah. All right. Now, I was just randomly scrolling through Instagram and I've seen, numerous topics. Obviously, a lot of our topics come from social media anyway. But there was this question that was asked: if you could ask Beyonce anything, what would you ask her?
I got a lot of questions.
Honestly, I haven't even been keeping up for real, so I wouldn't even know.
Can me and my daughter like work for your brand?
Like,
you know, it's a mother daughter thing. You know, can we get on payroll?
nah, fuck that. Beyonce, I got a question. We've seen a lot of your projects through the years.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen your career. We've grown up with you. You know what I'm saying? You're like the Jenna Jackson of this generation right now.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And as much as I love seeing you in your solo career, your movies and all, I would love to know if you have ever considered another reunion of Destiny's Child with all the members. And when I say all, I mean
Toya, all of them.
That'd be dope to see. And it's cool that they're all cool with each other. We've seen Latavia and Latoya enter the go to her shows and stuff like that. We already know her and Kelly rock, so that's cool.
They like this. Let me
so that'd be, you know what I'm saying? Michelle's there and everything. So it'd be dope to see, you know, a full-blown reunion if it was all 6, if not just 5 of y'all. Like, it'd be dope. A whole tour that would sell out.
No, for real though. That'd be like a big bang.
So Tia Mowry and Corey Hardrick recently split, divorced, and all that, but they were still cordial with one another, co-parenting and all that other stuff. But we haven't really heard Corey be vocal or say anything about the situation. You know, he just moved on to, you know, life and career and stuff like that, being a father and stuff. Right. But we've seen Tia throughout social media just flaunting herself. Not saying that's bad, because she's a beautiful woman. We've loved Tia. We love her sister. We love, you know, just them. They're iconic figures. They're, you know what I'm saying? We've seen them since childhood. But since that split, it seems like she was showing off being single a whole lot. But then there was a recent report that came out that said that they're working things out now, and Tia is the one that wants to get back together with him. Now, like, we don't know.
As you said that she was flaunting, you know, that she was single. Like, but being a woman and being married for so long, like, you have that. Okay, now I need to get, like, not everybody. I wouldn't say everybody, because me, I'll be like, no, I'm finna get back out there. Like, what you talking about? Like, not everybody's like that, but like at her age, like the dating world is different. Like, it's not like our dating world. Like, our dating world is like
unfortunately, that. It is.
Now with their dating world, as they're older, it's like
I'm trying to figure out what the hell that means, Keely.
it's stagnant as hell. It's like it's not going. It don't go places that they think it's gonna go. They think they're gonna find somebody because, you know, they're older. It'd be easier. No, it's not easier.
Oh no,
like, it's not easier for them. And she had made a post, and she was, you know, upset, and she was crying, and she had said like the dating world is like a totally different atmosphere for her now, and like she doesn't like it. So yes, she was, you know, saying that she was single and stuff, but then she found out real quick that like the dating game, the ages have changed.
Yeah, it's completely different nowadays, completely of all ages. But at the same time, like you said, it's different as you get older, because once you get up there in that age, a lot of people, how old is she anyway? I don't even know. Like 40 something. In her early 40s, mid 40s.
Yeah, I would say
people who are in their mid 40s, majority of them are still like they're married, they're family oriented and stuff like that. So the single ones, I don't know what it's like at that age. There's probably still older individuals in that age group that are single, living a single life and being cool with what they're doing. But at the same time, in my eyes, I feel like if I was in my 40s and single, I would have a hard time trying to find somebody, trying to find a woman. I would have a much harder time then than I am now at the age of 26, because because right now, at our age, we're still young and still got a whole lot of life to live. 45, it's not. I don't want to go as far as to say that that's old, but
That's
you know, a lot
45
of people,
is not old. That's not
but a
old.
lot of people are going to look at that and say you're a little bit too old to be trying to do that. But you have to go to, at that age, you got to go to places where similar people are in the same situation. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be on them dating apps, or you're going to go to those little speed dating events or whatever. You're going to go, I don't know, country clubs or something where you can find single people. I don't know. But I feel like the older you get, the harder it'll be. And then you got, you know, worst case scenario, you got those older ones that want to go for the young people.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's still those young folk that'll be gullible and want to try some older folk. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know the thrill of being with somebody that's like twice your age, but you know, sometimes that all of that all happens all the time. I'm over here messing up my words. So I don't know. For her, I think
you low key attacking me. Don't attack me.
What am I attacking you for?
Because you said the young ones that they older.
When I say older, I mean somebody twice their age. We've seen this since high school, if not middle school. Like you see like freshmen dating seniors. Better yet, I'll go this route. When I was, you know, my earlier 20s, and I've seen girls around men who are in their 30s. Now, obviously, once you're over 18 or 21, age ain't nothing but a number. But at the same time, this is going to bring up a whole different subject. When you're with somebody that's damn near twice your age, it's like, what are you going to get out of that?
I could tell you.
You like to date older, but okay, so go ahead. Answer that. Answer me that.
Well, they're already experienced. So life is going to be different. You're going to be having way more access to things that you would like coming into age, like coming into that age, like coming into your 20s, like you're just like looking at like apartments, you're looking at like clubbing and dating and just being outside, not under your parents' roof. Like, well, I wouldn't say like everybody that's older is established, because they're not, and not everybody that's older is mature. And I'm gonna give you that. They're not always mature. Don't think with age comes maturity, because it does not.
That's the first thing that they think.
That is in the person, honey. That is not in the age. So don't let nobody tell you that. But they have way more access because they've already been further in life. They already then hit the beginning stage. They already made they halfway into their journey. They made their wrong turns and everything. So like,
so they thought.
It depends on the person.
Yeah.
Now, if that person is established, you're like, when I was coming into age and I was dating who I was dating that was older, I didn't have no IDs. I didn't go into the club with an ID. No, I'm going places that adults are going. Like, yes, I'm 20, but you know, at 21, you're supposed to have this. I'm getting liquor at this certain age. Like when I say I have access to a lot of things that coming into that age, you have to network in. Like I already have a pre-network from the person that I am already with. Like I already have a status because they have a status. Like with somebody older that's established, like you're basically able to tag along that. Not saying that you just, you know, tagging them, you know, trying to get somewhere, but you know, most people are using older people and their incomes, you know, get ahead. But like that type of shit, it's more like you're able to do way more shit. You're gonna see way more shit.
I mean, I can give you that. I don't envy. I'm not gonna say I envy those that date older.
Because that ain't for the weak. Because sometimes they already be set in their ways. They know that they be set in their ways, and they don't feel like they have to change because they already went through those parts of life that we are coming into.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a walk in the park. So don't be envious of people that date older people, because baby, they're on a whole totally different journey than you.
The way I saw it coming up, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say that I envy those that date older, especially if it was with a girl that I wanted to get with, but all of a sudden she wanted to go with somebody that was way older than she is, 30 or something like that. But with me, I always saw it as like, sometimes you go through these situations, 2 different lives, I want to go. I don't want to go as far as to say 2 different generations, but you can say that at this point.
It is 2 different. It's definitely
2 generations. 2 different generations.
That's why I said set in their ways.
Yeah, 2 different stages of life. Like this person already went through what you still have not gone through yet. And then at the same time, because they're older, they might son you, they might little girl you. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably think it's funny when you react to certain things that you've never been through before. And so they're like, ah, ha, 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 or whatever, you know. And then sometimes they're still, you may think that you are mature enough to handle some things, but you are still immature in a sense. And I say that because there will be times, and I've been through this, where you can look at somebody and you remember being in their shoes. So you would probably try to give them the heads up, like, hey, listen, you might go through this, you might go through that, and this and that and the third, or, you know, listen, don't be surprised if this doesn't go the way you want. And then all of a sudden that person gets so mad, like, you sound like my dad. Nah. I'm like, look, I'm just trying to help you. So you don't, you know, get too excited or whatever, or just in case I can help you like get through this type. They don't be wanting to listen.
Now, look, if you're dating older, I suggest you be mature. See me, I'm an old soul. Like, and
no, you really got to crank up the maturity level, and like, they try to do that, but naturally, certain things just won't be there yet because they haven't experienced it yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, they haven't experienced what, like, a 20-year-old hasn't experienced what a 30-year-old has experienced already. There are certain things that they don't know what it feels like. So even though they think that they're prepared for it, once it actually hits them, it's going to be like unexpected.
And then that's not only a lesson for that person, but that's also a lesson for that man. And let's not just say that it's only men dating younger, because
no. I listen. When I was 22 years old, working at Finish Line, I had a customer who was talking so flirtatious with me. This was a 30-something-year-old woman who had a 16-year-old son. Boy, she was fine too. I was like, boy, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is, but I think the thrill of having somebody that's older than you is just because you think that you got it like that. Like, oh yeah, I got somebody twice my age. That's, you know, I must be the shit.
And
it could be that part too. And it could be that.
It's also how you're raised as well. Like,
yeah, it could be that, but let's call it. Let's also bring awareness to this. There's people who go younger because it's easier for them, because it's easier to manipulate a young person's mind.
Exactly. We also have groomers. Let's not.
Yeah.
Look, I'm hitting all avenues. It ain't all walks in the park.
There's good, but there's also a negative side to this. So you know what I mean?
You gotta know. You
gotta know these things.
Your manipulators.
And,
it's those men out there that went through these good black women, or these any women. They went through all these women and manipulated them, tried to manipulate them to death. It didn't work, so they run into the older.
I've seen it. I've seen girls. I've seen guys. I've seen them all be so happy to be with certain, you know, individuals that's way older than them. And I thought it was weird at first, but you know, I let it rock. I was more concerned about the girls because, you know, it's different when guys and girls interact in certain situations. Like, let's be real. Us men will be like, oh shit, like you gotta like that. I see you, boy. And then there's girls where it's like, are you? Wait, you gotta, you know, we're more concerned with them because they end up being, even though both men and females can be victims, the girls be like the ones with the most traumatizing stories. And going back to what I said about them trying to like baby girl you or son you and stuff like that because of the different experiences. I was trying to say this earlier. This is the perfect example because I felt this. A dude can be in his whip bumping music that he grew up on. Pac, Nas, Big, Lauryn Hill, TLC, all them. Or at least going all the way up to the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? You had T.I., Nelly, Luda, you know what I'm saying? Fat Joe, 50 Cent, and all them. And then this little girl gonna be like, can you turn on some Ice Spice? Ice Spice? Excuse me?
That's like you dating.
I'd be mad as shit.
That's like you dating late 2000s.
Oh,
like,
hell no. Nah.
Well, that's crazy. Like
hell no.
The 90s, 80s and 90s.
That is hilarious. Like, wait a minute. Like, there will be times where that older person will look at you and remind themselves, I forgot who I was dating. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're still going through life. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it don't. Like,
and that's the truth. Sometimes it works out, and sometimes it's not.
Like, we've seen couples that are like far in age, big age gap, and that's just what it is. I mean, kudos to those where it works out, and then good luck next time for those that didn't work out for, or stay around your age group where it's more relatable and y'all can learn and still grow together. But to each his own. I don't know what the hell Quan is doing. But we got some nitty-gritty topics to talk about. Let's start off with certain things that's already been done. Obviously there was this controversy around Diddy. We all know the situation. Cassie came out and tried to sue him for a whole bunch of stuff, abuse and all this other things. And then literally 24 hours later, to be exact, they agreed to a settlement. Now, we all know Diddy got all the money in the world, so he can pay off his way. Shut the hell up. All right, you got it. Leave me alone.
Move along. But then
you got other people.
More stuff just coming out. It gets scarier.
It's not even that it's getting scarier. It's the fact that people want to, with that settlement, one would say, at least on Diddy's team, that, all right, it's over now. Just leave it alone. But the people are not going to leave it alone. No amount of money is going to shut them up. Especially, they're not even a part of it, but they want to make it aware. Like, no, we are not going to be quiet on this. There's literally going to point out more things. Aubrey O'Day even came out and said some things. D Wood, both members from Danity Kane, coming out trying to say some things in support of Cassie and sharing their stories. And now you got other people out the woodwork saying stories. And one of those people, I did not know this because this was completely random. Columbus Short.
Yeah,
like, what in the hell does Columbus Short got to do with Diddy?
So he called him in the middle of the night, and his wife thought it was what did you with?
No. So I'm gonna bring it up. So, a lot of these topics, or some of these topics that I got lined up are from the same page. Unwind with Tasha K. Shout out to her. She be having all the tea to talk about. Now, a lot of that stuff come from her personal opinion, or whenever she does bring guests onto her show, they then share their stories, and she's just going off of what they say. But in this case, this was just a video that she had posted. But this is Columbus Short right here. I'm going to refresh it again so that way we can hear it on time. Let's get it.
I'm snitching in the kitchen.
Not snitching in the
Diddy.
kitchen.
Got to tell on him. He tried it on me, so I know it's true. I was married, my ex-wife. I got a phone call in the middle of the night, about 2:30 in the morning. It was, my wife says, pick up the phone. It was an unknown number. Pick up the phone. What bitch is calling you? Who's calling you? Picked up the phone. It was Diddy. And he said, hey, man, we didn't see what BET Awards. We didn't see what the BET Awards. What you doing? I'm like, I'm in bed with my wife. He said, I'm at the Beverly Hills Hilton, the Beverly Hills Hotel. I said, what's up? I said, who over there? He said, just me.
I'm not even gonna lie. I thought he was gonna say a much more, like, just me. Now, obviously, the way he ended that, we can conclude what the fuck he meant. Because there's always been these stories about Diddy, being a little fruity behind the scenes and doing things in different settings and events and stuff like that. Sex parties and all this other stuff. There's a lot of people in the industry that do that. But, Diddy's the one that got the controversy out currently right now. So, yeah, that's pretty wild. You know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised, but I am surprised of those that come out to speak. This nigga right here was the last person I thought of, because
I would never thought that Columbus Short was like he's not in like controversy. Like, I mean, he had his own controversy, but he's not in every other people's bullshit like celebrity drama.
Right.
Like he's had his own segment, and then poof, like we ain't never seen him.
Now, most know this man as an actor. Now, if we really think about it, he can have ties in the music business because he was also a choreographer. He can dance his ass off. We've all seen Stop the Yard, and he also had a little scene in You Got Served. This nigga can dance. So he must have done some choreo back in the day or whatever. And so he does have ties in the music industry, but we've seen him on camera for the most part through his movies. So maybe that's where the connection comes from. Diddy's a wild boy, man. But we also know it ain't just him. But it's just one of those things where it's like people gotta they're trying to spread awareness to what goes down behind the scenes in this business.
And then did you see the comedian Luell? She like
Lunell?
She drew a mustache and horns on his picture.
That is so
X
wild.
on his chest.
That is so wild.
And I was like, I think it was on the Shade Room.
Oh, I got another one. So, I think you brought this up to me. The whole Carrie Hilson and Tierra Marie.
Oh yeah.
Little thing. So I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what you were talking about when you was telling me this, that they had beef. I did not know. But at the same time, it doesn't seem too far-fetched because Carrie Hilson and Tierra Marie were both out around the same time, you know, making hits. Tierra Marie's music career didn't last that long. And we all know that Carrie Hilson has like a bigger impact in music, being that she not only has hits, and even though she hasn't put out a song in years, she, over a decade to be exact, she definitely be behind the scenes writing for people. She got hits under her belt and in her pen. So
it's been like movies and stuff like that
recently. And when I say recently, it's like a few episodes ago on the R&B Money podcast hosted by Tank and Jay Valentine. She was a guest on their show, and they have a segment called I Ain't Saying No Names. And Carrie Hilson brought up a situation with an individual without saying names, but apparently this story has been told before with names being dropped, and the name is Tierra Marie. And it's been, as you can see here, you got two different posts. On this left side, you have Tierra Marie's post on the comment that she made. On this right side is this long noted post that Carrie Hilson made, or the comments based off of this.
All right. When you're a performer,
yes,
we know how important it is to give love to other performers.
Yes.
Right? Especially when you happen to be sitting on the front row at their show.
Okay. I like where it's going.
Mind you, no one else was performing. Was anybody else performing that night? Do you know what night I'm even referring to yet? Okay, it's fine. All right, fine. Okay.
Good for him too.
All right. Yes. He was there. Okay, so I remember this I don't want to be here energy. I don't know why I'm here. She was with a gentleman. She was his guest. I know the guy very well. She was with him. So she was his, and she didn't want to be there. It was very obvious. And I felt disrespected by that. So when they came to my dressing room backstage, I said something and we almost got to scrapping.
Shit.
My Decatur came out. Her town came out. And it could have got real ugly.
I don't appreciate you being on the front row on my show and not giving me no energy.
I don't remember exactly how I said it, but it was worse than that. It was.
I'm paraphrasing.
But it was that. It was like,
we fellow artists.
You already know what it's like. Yeah. You could give a courtesy bob. It's a lot of things you can do.
Right.
It's a lot of things you can do to show love. But she was this.
Damn. In the front row?
She was that.
That's nasty business.
Looking at the
that's nasty business.
It was nasty business. And I just felt so, and on her phone.
Oh.
While everybody else is standing up around here. And I was just like, oh, this is intentionally rude. Like you want to get slapped. That's how I felt. You're calling me. You're speaking to a certain spirit.
Yeah.
You dialed it up.
I got it on me now.
I got it on me.
Okay. To a certain spirit.
Like I said, I've always been secular.
Yeah, I've been secular.
Do they have those rocks?
Yeah, she dialed it up on the.
They got those rocks that you call.
She dialed it up. That's why I got the gems now. Keep it all.
I want to roll them like dice.
Keep it all.
My black crystal.
Okay, so clearly she's talking about a moment, but from a individual. Obviously, we see the names here. She's talking about Tierra Marie, and now after this video was released and stuff, it says Tierra Marie wants the smoke with Carrie Hilson for sharing backstage beef story. So I guess Tierra Marie wants to not only defend herself, but still want to, she ain't backing down. You want to talk about me? What's up with it? So on this left side, this is Tierra Marie, and this is what she said. Y'all people got to leave me alone. I don't bother anybody. Just leave me the fuck alone. So now, Carrie, what's up? You want to fight or do you not want to fight? Because I'm going to whoop your ass when I see you. I'm sick of you people bothering me. You had a whole different story when I was in your face. You're a liar, bitch. Now, we all, if anybody knows Tierra Marie or has seen Tierra Marie in the public eye, we know how she get down.
Yeah.
We know how she talks. You know how she presents herself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And she ain't afraid to speak how she feels.
Yeah.
Now, Carrie Hilson has been doing it in a more PG level. And as you can hear in the video, she still tried to
yeah, it was jokingly, but
I wouldn't even say jokingly, because the ones that was saying stuff jokingly was Tank and Jay Valentine, but she was trying to not be too explicit with her words.
She wouldn't be trying to be aggressive.
Yeah. But in this long, I'm gonna read it fast. So Carrie Hilson on this right side says, well, fellas, I guess the I ain't saying no name segment didn't work too well this time. Unfortunately, this did happen around 12 to 13 years ago. I actually never knew until I saw the previous post that you also told this story publicly. Appreciate it. Listen, we were very young in our careers, and I was remembering how I felt when it happened, but I don't feel a way about this situation now. Since then, we've run into each other, apologized, partied together, and gotten past that. I'm responding to this because I don't want to allow anything to bring us back to a place we've long passed. And since it was a public story that got connected to you in public, it deserves a public apology. I'm sorry for telling the story, especially with the energy and hurtful words that I used. It was unnecessary because my feelings and energy at this point in this present moment are nothing but love. No ill will or vitriol towards you. It's an old story that I see now that we've both told. I hope you're doing well in this season and wishing you all the best in life. You see, she was being more mature with her choice of words.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't trying to start no drama. She was just telling a story. In Tierra Marie's defense, I think she let go of the story too, but being that it was brought up again, it's like, what the hell? Because we all know how it works. We all know how social media works and word to mouth and all the other stuff. You could dead a situation, but when it gets brought up again in public, people are going to talk and make all the tabloids and this and that and the third. Now it's being brought to your attention that you don't even want to deal with this shit.
But it's the fact that she already has spoke upon it her own self, and Carrie didn't know about it.
I don't know. I want to say they're both right, but both wrong at the same time. Yes, it was a moment that happened that a lot of us probably didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
And so with Carrie Hilson bringing it up again on a popular podcast that a lot of people watch, clearly it's been brought up again. She is a big name in music. Miss Tierra Marie is a big name in music and in Hollywood and stuff like that. So when you bring up beef or when you bring up moments and it circles back around, social media is going to talk. So with Carrie Hilson bringing it up again, it just brought it back to life. Tierra Marie brought it up once before. I don't know when exactly, because Carrie Hilson didn't say when she brought up the story, when Tierra Marie did, but I guess it must have been that same thing then. But we can say that it's been a while since that story has been told, because a lot of people I ain't heard nobody talk about it. This was my first time hearing it, to be exact.
Yeah, this is my first time hearing it, honestly.
So for Carrie Hilson to bring it up again, now it's bringing light to, not light, but it's putting the spotlight on him again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is. And I mean, hey, from how Carrie Hilson's talking, she's presenting herself in a mature fashion. But if you cross her, she gonna scrap. She was down to scrap back then. She might be down to scrap now. But she's trying to move past that.
She took the high road, honestly.
Yeah, Marie over here is smoke any time of day. You know? A lot of subjects should just be left dead in the water.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't want no smoke. But you know,
that's exactly how
Hollywood and views and all this other stuff, all that matters when it comes to shows and stuff. So they're gonna start bringing up some stories.
Streams.
Yep. Here's another one. And I just found this out earlier today. So I think we've spoken about Joe Smith and his wife before.
Oh, a lot.
And for those that don't know, Joe Smith is a former NBA player. Nice guy, too. Nice player. Former number 1 pick in the, I want to say 2002 NBA draft. I forget. But he was nice. Obviously he's well retired now. And he has a wife, and his wife recently came out and started an OnlyFans account, our OnlyFans page, or has been doing OnlyFans for some time. And he was unaware of this. And a video came out of her recording their little argument on how he disapproved of that decision and why he didn't know about it and why she didn't tell him. She wanted to make that decision on her own. She brought up the fact that there's financial issues and that he's broke, so she wanted to take matters into her own hands without discussing it. Quan is back. And so obviously there's a separate conversation for that because it's an old conversation. But I will say that I feel like they marketed off of that, because let's go down the timeline real quick. The timeline of this is we find out that Joe Smith's wife, I forgot her name. What is her name? Keisha or something like that? I forgot her name. So Keisha. It's always a Keisha, bro. It's always a Keisha. Literally.
Do not name your daughter Keisha.
I will never name my daughter Keisha because I already know what's going to happen with that name. But that news broke out because she started an OnlyFans account. Joe Smith did not approve of that. She recorded their argument and she was pointing out stuff. And that's a whole conversation on its own, because why in the hell would you do that? That's a private conversation. But you did it. Made news, made all the blogs and all this other stuff. Next thing you know, she's doing an interview with TMZ based off of that because he left her. Excuse me.
Yeah,
and then she was on there. She was on there crying and speaking her side of the story and why she decided to do it and this and that and the third. She is a former.
She was doing it because of finance.
Yeah, because he had, you know, I guess because he was broke, or because, you know, they just have financial issues and stuff like that. And so she wanted to take matters into her own hands to bring money in. And she is a former adult actress, a former adult star. So I guess she just went back to what she knew. And clearly that's working out pretty well for her, because next thing you know, we saw her on that what is it? It Is What It Is show hosted by Cameron and Mace.
Yeah,
you know, the iconic rappers from, you know, late 90s, early 2000s. We know them.
Man, at this point,
and she on that show. Hold on, Quan. She on that show giving Cameron a motherfucking massage. Like, what the hell?
My God.
Okay, yeah, that sex worker image is really coming back for you, huh?
Started flirting with.
And now, not now, but after that, her and Joe Smith were in like this little therapy session or marriage counselor session, recorded, because it looked like it was part of a show or whatever. And when I saw that, I thought that, okay, they are really out here marketing the fuck out of this situation.
That's what I said, bro.
This must have been a play ran by both of them, because one, if you're in a group therapy session or a marriage counseling session, a lot of those are private, not recorded on camera.
Right.
So obviously this had to be part of a show or something.
I think these celebrities, they just found a way how to get themselves back into the limelight. They don't like half this stuff. I'd be like, bro, I don't know if this shit is real or not. Like with the T.I. thing and his son, they had that going on. Now they everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Going on with
now they talking on their podcast.
The publicity.
Joe and Keisha, now they everywhere.
Publicity stunts, bro. because you have to think about it. Once stories break out and people want to interview you, you realize you have to pay your guests to be on the show. So that's money right there.
Lil Nas X talking about a Christian album era or something like that. He knows so, people talking.
Miss Keisha over here was doing an interview with Miss Tasha K on her little show Unwind with Tasha K, and this woman was basically telling all. Now in this clip here, I think it's only a little bit of what she said, but she said some things that was very, very eye-opening and jaw-dropping. She goes on to say that she had sex with both members of Kid and Play, and it says something about them individually. Had sex with Tupac, and what was said after that will kind of blow your mind. Now, I'm hoping that I got the right clip, but there's another one next to it, so we might be able to hear it. Let me just bring it up here.
You are the wife of NBA star Joe Smith. Yes. Okay. We're going to call you Kiss. Is that your artist name?
Yes.
Do you use that on OnlyFans as well, too?
I was a porn star from the years of 1989 to 2006. AIDS was rampant around this time. Everyone thinks that because you're a porn star, you're super promiscuous and that, you have a high body count.
I ain't never seen nobody pump their husband the way you did.
I have an OnlyFans page and he's mad because he's just now finding out about it. I'm not doing it with anybody but myself, so why should I have to tell you my choice, my body, my fucking choice?
How did you and Joe meet?
We met in Los Angeles in 2012 at a BET Awards party.
So he was playing basketball at the time?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, he was? It was before?
No, this is after basketball.
After basketball? Yes. I don't know why I thought you met him.
Everyone, that's the preconception right there, or a misconception that I was with him while he was playing ball. I was not that wife.
So he's retired?
Yes.
Okay. Was he getting retirement checks when you met him?
No, it doesn't work like that.
Why?
And then Moniece Slaughter, she stole $100,000 from him. She was dating him prior to me.
Love and Hip Hop Moniece?
Yes.
Moniece. Got a baby by a Lil Fizz.
Moniece the thief.
How the hell did that go down?
And then I even have her on a recording saying, I can tell you how I got the money.
So you're in a relationship with Kid, and then you fuck Play?
It was whack as fuck. Dick is trash. Got a little ass dick. I fucked up good dick from whack dick.
Whose life did you ruin?
And nobody else's. I was fucking with Pac for a little bit.
Tupac?
Yes. But not like his girl, just, we boned every now and then. I met him.
You was fucking with Pac. Now Jada is finna lose her shit.
Yeah.
Tupac's widow is finna lose her fucking shit. Was you okay? First of all, I'm trying to figure out why
was good. And
Tupac got some good dick.
Yes.
Jada swears that Tupac was with her.
No.
And I'm like, no, he had a fiance.
He was with Keisha and I was the other Keisha. And he probably was smashing around that time, but Jada was also fucking MC Light around that time. Let's talk about it at the Catch, honey.
Whoa!
Them there together.
Whoa!
Yes, ma'am.
Yo.
So with the whole, wait a minute.
People fucking each other.
So you know how Jada Smith said, Will Smith gonna sue the friend that said all the stuff about Will Smith and Dwayne Martin.
What about this motherfucker?
I wonder if she's gonna say something soon.
I'm not even tripping when she said who she had sex with. Okay, Kid and Play. All right, cool. I mean, they were rappers, famous rappers. They were popping at one point in time. Obviously, once you get a lot of that clout, you get a lot of opportunities in front of you.
True.
Pac, come on, it's Pac. We know this. And then on top of that,
I didn't have no low expectations for Pac.
It was Pac. Of course, he had opportunities in front of him. And if you ain't seen it before, you definitely had to go look at his I Get Around video. All them shorties he had in that video, no matter if they were just video vics, I'm pretty sure he, had a little, you know what I mean? If you look at the Tell Me How You Want It, how do you want it with Casey and JoJo? Those were porn stars in that video.
How do you want it?
Yeah.
Now, I cannot hear that song without hearing Tupac. Tupac.
Oh no, that's wild. No.
Yo, that shit too.
But
funny,
this
bro.
woman wants to go out and say that Jada Pinkett Smith was sleeping around with MC Light.
No, that one right there. Ooh, Lord. Hey, ooh.
I ain't even surprised. If they would have said Queen Latifah, I would have really believed it.
They were best friends too, though. But hey,
yeah, MC Light, you can't think of
back in the day, they always best friends.
Well, hold on, because you know what I'm saying, MC Light, even though MC Light is cool, and I wasn't around, I wasn't born during during her peak years. You know what I'm saying? I know she's a dope rapper. She's one of the pioneers of female rappers.
It definitely is, because like back like in the early 2000s, she was on BET. She was hosting. They had her at award shows and stuff. BET awards, like
hosting. Yeah, she hosted. She technically always was the voice for that BET. Now performing or next coming after this.
Yeah, she was always the MC like host type, but I will say this. Even though if you go on Google and look her up, it did say that she was married to somebody. She was married to a guy named John Wish. I don't know how you say his name, but they were married. They actually divorced. They actually divorced this year. They were married from 2017 to 2023. Now, I have never, and mind you, I told you I wasn't alive to see. She's 53 years old. I wasn't alive or around to see her peak years in the business, but I have never in my life seen her with a man in public. So if you add this to what this woman just said about Jada and MC Light, could it be far-fetched? Who knows? It sounds shocking because we've never really seen Jada in any other scandal except for whatever she's putting Will Smith through. But I'm about to show y'all something real quick, because this isn't the first time I've heard some shit about MC Light like that, in that light. Huh. No pun intended.
Really.
Listen. There is this photo right here, right? I don't know if y'all can see it that well. This is MC Light and Janet Jackson back in the day. I remember seeing this photo on Twitter years ago. This is all the comments was saying. Yeah, they was definitely fucking back then. They look very close right here. That's all the comments was saying. Now, granted, you would think that, okay, it's just trolls on the internet. You know, we are now in a more open era where, you know, people are open with their sexualities and stuff like that and all kinds of stuff. So they're going to think that even the most regular photo might have some kind of meaning behind it. Like I said, this was years ago when I first saw this photo. Like, when I say years ago, I mean, like, it wasn't even 2020 yet. When I saw this picture, that's all the comments was saying. They was definitely fucking, or they probably, type bullshit.
Hey, and this is just for me. I ain't saying this to anybody else's thoughts. But ever since, for me, finding out Whitney used to be with a woman, I'm just like, anybody could have been with a woman at this point. Because Whitney did not give that off to me.
She did not give that off.
But when I found out she was with the Robin, I think.
Robin.
She was with her like sexually and stuff. I was like, oh yeah. If she did it, I'd know people. So if they said Janet might, and Janet kind of a freak, so I ain't too far fetched from it.
See, my thing is this though, when we talk artists from back in the day, or anybody from back in the day, and it's just coming out, like how you said with Whitney and stuff like that, and they're coming out with like their sexual stories and stuff like that, you wouldn't know if it was like, you know, the same sex type of bullshit. You wouldn't know. And it will come off as a shocker, because back in those days, I'm not saying, you know, we are in a day and age now where same sex, everything is okay, right? It's more supported. Wait, hold on. It's more supported and all this other stuff. And, you know, everybody's an open book nowadays. So when you hear things about like that Whitney and Robin story, or with other people from back in that time, it opens our eyes, because one, back then, that wasn't okay. Back then, it wasn't, you know what I'm saying? You would get looked at, or you would get treated horribly if you were, you know, sexually involved, or if you were gay or anything like that. So I guess you could say that there has always been gay people or gay moments throughout time itself, but it was more hidden back then because it wasn't okay back then the way it's okay now.
Mm-hmm.
If you see anybody come out the woodworks like in this day and age, and they say, "Oh yeah, me and this girl did this," or a nigga would be like, "Oh, this dude and this dude did this," we wouldn't care. We wouldn't. Okay, that's normal. because it's okay, it's accepted these days. But back then, it was a whole different ball game. It wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
It would have tarnished your image and everything, or people would have thought that you had something because you messed with the same sex type. You know what I'm saying? Gender. So with the Whitney and Robin story coming out, I'm pretty sure like as years went on, people would speculate. And now that Robin came out with a whole book and said, okay, yes, this is true. Me and her did this and that and the third. It's like, wow. Oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah, some people, it's like some people you'll be shocked with it. Some people you like, I kind of got the idea. Because like I was trying to say, I even go as far as going over with the guys. When I heard they said stuff about Maxwell, I was like, Maxwell? Hell no. They got down saying Tevin Campbell came out.
But Tevin Campbell confirmed that.
No, I'm saying like he came out. I'm saying that shocked me. But when you go and look at it in his image, you was like, I ain't surprised. Now they said Luther used to get down with the dudes. I'm like, Luther?
Yeah, I didn't think so either. But that was because even though we grew up on his music, we didn't, people our age, we probably didn't like pay attention to the, like, if you look at his interviews and you see how he walk and his little mannerisms, if you really pay attention to that now, I'm like, yeah, I see a little bit. When they brought up Tevin Campbell, I thought the same thing. I'm like, Tevin Campbell with the music that he be making. But then when I looked at old footage of him, when I looked at old, you know what I'm saying, like music videos and stuff like that, I looked at his mannerisms, the way he was walking, the way he was sounding. I'm like, yeah, I think, yeah.
I'm about to say, and then Maxwell come out doing them little crazy dances and stuff. I'm like, okay.
I never watched the Maxwell performance. I've only heard the music, so I didn't know.
They said Maxwell used to get down with the get down too.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
His music videos.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell.
That is so crazy. But and then let's circle this back to Diddy. Diddy doesn't have mannerisms. He doesn't give off homo or anything like that.
No,
if you look at the videos,
he put up like him always smacking somebody butt, him pulling his pants down,
the interview he was doing
it's the actions that he do, but you won't see it in mannerisms. When Diddy walk around, he's smooth guy, saying charisma type shit, but he never gave off, like, off of that alone, he never gave off, sus. But it be the stuff that he does and says that come off as sus. So like what Keely said, what 50 Cent was saying, and then pulling the pants down, stuff like that. And then recent, when Meek Mill was in the motherfucking pool, and this nigga calling him daddy and shit, like, hold up.
Or the interview he was doing with Fab and them when them niggas was drinking.
Yeah, and he was talking about how come you ain't invite me to your birthday? How come you
doing shit like that?
So
I could just tell he was just so uncomfortable. Like, god damn, like, leave him alone.
Yeah, so sometimes it don't even gotta be in the mannerisms. It can just be with the shit that you say. Like, what the fuck? I'm pretty sure each of us got a busy ass day today, especially me, because I got something to do in an hour and a half. I'm not even gonna cap, but yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do my kid hair.
It is holiday season now, and everybody busy.
Yes.
So we're going to end it off here. Hope everybody enjoyed the episode. We got through it. Quan, I know you missed half because of whatever, but I mean, hey, it is what it is.
Right. We get what we can. Get what we can.
I will say this though. For future episodes, I don't know if it will be within the next couple ones or we'll wait for the new year 2024. Because I know we all got stuff going on between now and the end of the month. But we might start adding more people into the show, some guests, recurring guests or anything like that. And I'm just talking to y'all that's watching the podcast, you know what I'm saying? Because I know you don't be seeing all the hosts on here. You see us three all the time. But, we would like to get other people's perspective on certain things. You know what I'm saying? We can get more girls in here, more guys in here, and just bring some good vibes and, see other people's perspective. You're going to get our perspective regardless because we're always here. But
we need a network.
We need outside voices too. I mean, y'all motherfuckers need to be talking in the chat.
Right.
But I mean, we gonna bring some faces on here too. So
some of the stuff we asking or talking about, like, interact. That's all.
Exactly.
Y'all have some fun with us.
Yeah, so in time, it might, if it doesn't happen later this month, it's definitely coming in 2024, but we won't know just yet. We're still in discussions about that, but we will see. It might be sooner than we think. If not, that is definitely happening in the new year. So be on the lookout for that.
It's always growing.
Yep, we're always growing, we're expanding. It's gonna be, a good time all the time. So, you know what I mean? That's just gonna be it. We just want to let y'all know that new things are coming. And that's just gonna be it. So we're gonna sign out. Wildin', Young and Head Podcast. We gonna catch y'all later.
All right. Love.